So today something very exciting is happening. For the first time, all 8 orcas are going out to sea to take a photo all together, which is lovely. It's getting all the departments working together, whether that be the tech department, the engineering department, the cooks even.
So there's some really serious training to it because the navigation side of things is quite intensive. Everybody needs to be perfect with their navigation and know exactly where their ship is going to go and how their ship is going to move so that we can make sure that we stay safe and clear of all the other vessels. Because if you can imagine 8 vessels all within a couple hundred yards of each other, maneuvering all at once, you need to make sure that you know exactly where everyone's going to go.
Range 180 yards opening.
Moose, as expected, is drawing right.
So we have navcoms who are up on the bridge. They're the communicators who are going to be decoding signals and communicating exactly what the plan is from OTC, which is the command vessel, which is Orca 55 today. So they're going to be pushing out TAC signals for us to listen and interpret, and then we're going to create navigation plans based off of the signals that they send so that all the vessels are doing exactly what they're told. It's sort of like doing ballet with ships at sea, basically, but there's a lot more math involved.
So the thing with PCTU, which is a patrol craft training unit, the 8 ships you see here, is that it's a training unit. So a lot of the people that are in there are trainees to one level or another. I mean, we've got 2 annual sub-lieutenants that are in there doing the annual 4. We've got Sub-Lieutenant Cam that has joined the fleet with its own training until about the 4th year as a naval warfare officer. I'm going to say it's about 1 out of every 2 person in there is a trainee right now.
My role today is I'm the second officer of the watch for Raven. I am supporting the officer of the watch with the officer of the watch maneuvers that are going to be occurring, as well as ensuring the flex gets pushed through. I'm here to support the overall objective of getting this amazing picture all together, as well as getting the unit together. You can kind of think of it as driving a car. There's one person riding the car. With a ship, there's one person that is the brain of the person who drives the ship. There's also the person, we call them the helms, and they're the person who physically drives the ship with the wheel. We also have a lookout who will look out the windows and ensure that we're safe navigationally, and the officer walks themselves run the show. They ensure that the mission is accomplished, they ensure that flex is being pushed through, they ensure that any issues pertaining to engineering, anything with that, it'll all come up to Officer Watch, and they are the delegated responsibility from the CEO of exercising charge.
There's obviously areas for mistakes to be made wherever there's a break in the chain, right? So if you have a communicator receiving a signal, they could decode that signal wrong or just misinterpret what that signal is supposed to imply. We have that signal going to the office of the watch who needs to maintain an awareness and a mental picture of where all the ships are going and where everybody's doing. And then the RELVEL team, which is relative vectors and velocity. It's mathematics that we do on a pre-made board. It looks a little bit like a radar screen. And that math can be done incorrectly. You're doing it quite quickly, so you can definitely make mistakes. Even a mistake of 1 or 2 degrees can cause a fairly significant error as you are moving through spaces with other ships and tight quarters. So all of those are stops that need to be double checked. At each station, you're listening for what's coming in. Does it make sense? Does it relate to what I just was told before? And does it relate to how I was told this is supposed to go? So everybody's supposed to be watching for that safety and backstopping each other one at a time, making sure that every single step makes sense, that we get the right solution that everybody's practicing.
Training in itself is uprooted by PCTU, and PCTU is a big supporting piece of that to be able to demonstrate our strengths when it comes to our training capability is phenomenal.
This exercise per se is just a good example of how we're able to do quite a lot with very little. The people that are in right now with the tools are given do everything they can to make things happen. This is a great example of that. It might not sound that, spectacular to someone at home being able to send the 8 ships at sea. It seems like this is what should be happening all the time, right? It's not easy to do. Everybody has worked really hard. So I think this is just a good showcase of how hard the people we have in the organization right now work and how much you can achieve with so little. And I just think that people in general should care about the state of the armed forces in Canada. You know, it's something that involves everyone and that should be pertinent to all. And I think that if this gives any publicity to the Navy and the armed forces in general, I think that's amazing in itself.